Hello, I'm going to be talking about training and development in organizations. And while that's such a broad area of training and development, I'm going to narrow that down a little bit and focus on the onboarding aspect of training and development. On today's onboarding agenda, we're going to review the background, learning objective, discussion, reflection, and then also a good versus bad onboarding. And then also I have a brief assignment for you to work on as well. The goal of this course is to provide students with the understanding of the critical need of effective onboarding within the context of business organizations. So first, before I talk about why onboarding is important, let's first define what onboarding is. Onboarding is the action or process of integrating a new employee into an organization. So why is it important in organizations? Have you ever been excited to start a new position, and as soon as you start the position, you feel lost, you're not sure where to park, where the break room is, who to go to with questions, or how your job fits in with the overall mission of the organization? New employees who experience poorly planned and executed onboarding program may conclude that the organization is poorly managed and decide that it was a mistake to take the new job. If the employee remains in the organization, their early experiences could get magnified as they make their way through the organization. Onboarding is the time for the new employees to decide if the organization is somewhere they want to work long term. The learning objective: through your involvement and participation in this class, you will gain an understanding of new employee onboarding, which includes learning 5 foundations for an effective onboarding program. So let's go ahead and get started. I would like for you to think about some pros and cons of onboarding, the good and the bad. There are a lot of both, but just some of the cons that I could quickly think of. A negative side: if you don't have an effective onboarding program, the IT department is not prepared. Therefore, they don't have the logins, passwords ready for the new employee. Email is not established for the new employee. The organizational chart is not updated, showing the new person and where they fit in. And also the organizational email and phone list of all the staff is not updated. Coworkers are not prepared for the new employee, and also the trainee is not prepared. Some of the pros for an effective onboarding program: the IT department is prepared. The login is ready and waiting for the new hire to enter the password. Their email is already ready to go. New employee's name and phone number, the work phone number, is on the organizational chart. The coworkers are prepared to train, and the mentor is also prepared to meet with the new hire. So for the 5 learning objectives, the first one is to foster a positive environment, positive experience for new employees. Organizations must foster a positive new hire experience for both the new employee and the organization. Fundamentally, the onboarding guide must foster a positive new hire experience for both the employee and organization. It's in everyone's best interest that all activities carried out by the onboarding program are handled with building trust, establishing respect, and encouraging emotional buy-in. I have just a few things listed below of some of the examples that management could do, not just management, the HR office, the coworkers could do to help foster a positive environment for the new employees. And the second objective is help the new employees verify they've made the right choice. An onboarding program is not meant to be a sales process or a sales pitch to try and sell the company to the new hire. Instead, the managers, mentors, and other current staff who participate in the onboarding experience, they need to help the new employees verify that they've made the right decision. Some things that they could do to help the employees feel welcome, one is to make them feel welcome. A lot of organizations will assign a mentor to the new hire. Also, make them feel important. It's great to be chosen for a job, but it's even better to know just how much you mean to the company. Make them feel prepared. Let them know that you are prepared and you are ready for them to start the new day. Some examples, as I mentioned earlier, is have their login and password already set up for them, the organizational chart updated, and just help them make day number 1 feel informed and excited and not overwhelmed. Also, make them feel useful. None of us want to start a fifth wheel. None of us want to feel like a fifth wheel, and there's nothing worse than having to ask on your first day of work, is there anything I can do? Integrate them straight into the role by giving them small but useful tasks. Give the employee a sense of their value. Third one is orient new employees to the organization's vision. Without overwhelming new employees, the onboarding program should focus on familiarizing them to the organization's vision. If you want a new employee to embrace the culture and vision of your organization, you need to give them a warm welcome to it. New employees also need to understand how their particular position and job duties tie into the vision of the organization so they know immediately that they are part of the big picture of the organization. And the fourth one is to assist new employees to identify their roles and responsibilities. New employees can often feel overwhelmed in their positions and often don't know who to go to with questions. The onboarding guide should cover each new employee's key roles and responsibilities, including those related to acceptable behavior, anti-harassment policies, and other vital expectations. With this in mind, new employees should be provided with documentation, either in print or online, that they can refer to as necessary. They should also be encouraged to ask questions or seek clarification before taking action or making a decision, not after. And the fifth one is to provide new employees with an overview of their training plan. New employees are eager to begin their position and be productive. To assist with onboarding process and ensuring the employees feel welcome, organizations should provide the new employee with an itinerary for the first week or longer that they're in active training. This will assist new employees with feeling welcomed if they know what to expect. In most cases, some of the training is in everyone's best interests. For example, using computer software that's only for that organization, understanding workflows, and becoming familiar with the internal processes, and so on. Ensuring that the onboarding guide has a meaningful training component and doesn't throw the employees into the proverbial deep end to find out if they can swim or sink. The bottom line to onboarding is that the onboarding guide is a dynamic document that provides a framework for what both the new employees and the organization hopes to be a positive, mutually rewarding relationship. It's also a helpful reminder to organizations that new employees need and deserve a level of enhanced support and direction, regardless of whether the role is entry level or executive level. An onboarding reflection, I really like this quote: the best onboarding program is also the best employee retention program. The more effort organizations give to onboarding, the more they invest their time and their staff into creating a strategic plan for an effective onboarding program, reduces the employee turnover rate too. So I would like for you to write down one concept from this segment, the 5 different concepts that I went over, and just write down one of them and state why you think it's important to the organizations. And lastly, a homework assignment. You're given this scenario. You are the manager of a human resource department at an organization that does not have an onboarding program. You are tasked to establish an effective onboarding program for the organization. So what your assignment is to draft an onboarding outline or checklist that outlines the steps you feel are critical with an effective onboarding program. And that concludes this segment on onboarding, training and development onboarding within organizations. And thank you.